Sir Richard Branson says he will carry on with his space tourism project despite the death of a pilot during a test flight in America. Spaceship Two crashed over California's Mojave Desert yesterday following a high-altitude drop from the White Knight 2 mothership. The second pilot on board was seriously injured after ejecting from the rocket plane.
Initially, everything was going just fine, so it was just excitement. It was like, go, 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 hey, this is great. Then there was just a puff that shouldn't have been there, and at that point, I knew that something was very, very wrong.
Theresa May is looking for a third head of the inquiry into alleged child sex abuse. Fiona Woolf, the Home Secretary's second choice, quit yesterday following pressure from victims and their lawyers. They were concerned about Mrs Woolf's links with former Home Secretary Lord Britton, who may give evidence to the inquiry. A man's died after being shot in Manchester. It happened in the Openshaw area of the city yesterday evening near the Manchester Food Traders store. The victim, thought to be aged around 35, was shot in the stomach and chest. A murder investigation is underway. The Foreign Office is warning British tourists to be vigilant as they could be targeted by terrorists looking to avenge UK airstrikes against IS extremists. The government has updated its travel advice for 225 countries, but has stressed it's in response to a generalised threat and not a specific attack. Nigerian Islamists Boko Haram have denied agreeing to a ceasefire, and they claim more than 200 schoolgirls kidnapped have been married off after converting to Islam. The group's leader delivered the message in a video released last night, dashing hopes of a prisoner exchange for the girls. Last month, Nigeria's military chief claimed both sides had agreed to a truce. Ed Miliband wants to replace the House of Lords with an elected Senate if Labour wins the next general election. He believes the current system is failing to represent large parts of the UK. Senators will be chosen from Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland and the English regions instead of political constituencies. Police cautions could be scrapped in England and Wales, with trials due to begin in West Yorkshire, Leicestershire and Staffordshire. Under new government plans, minor offenders could be forced to write an apology, repair damages or pay compensation. More serious crimes will still be dealt with by the courts. A 14-year-old girl has become the third person to die following last week's high school shooting in the US state of Washington. Shaylee Chuckle-Naskett was left with severe injuries following the attack last Friday, which was carried out by a fellow student. British satellites are being used to fight the Ebola virus in West Africa. The technology built in Surrey is helping to map remote locations and guide aid workers to infected regions. This is the first time satellites have been used to help respond to cases of the disease.